What is she doing?
Well, good morning. Are you a little chilly this morning, LaDonna?
I'm ready for the snow. It's already snowing here. Is it snowing there?
It is not, no.
Oh, man. It got
Oh.
like this much already.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you gonna make a snowman?
I don't know if there's enough.
Are
And I'm
you
not going to take this hat off because God knows now what my hair looks like under this. If I pull it off, it'll be static electricity.
Snowing. Tell her it's
are
snowing.
you going to are you gonna make a snow woman or a snowman?
I'm gonna make a snow they.
A snow day. That's inclusive. Let's make a snow day. I'd love that. Well, I say we make a snow leopard for animal, the
Yes.
of animals. A
Yes,
snow
that's very appropriate for me. I love cats, which by the way, I have not seen my cats. I have no idea where they are, what they're doing. They're probably freaking out. How did your dogs deal with it? Have they been out? Oh, you
they're
don't, it's not snowing there.
No,
just it started. It's just I don't think there's any much on the ground yet. So we'll see there. Lady is, I think she's a human, so she'll be inside like, what is this? And Lola will be rolling around, she'll be rolling around.
LaDonna, you have to worry about me because I love the snow so much. As soon as it ever starts snowing, I'm like, let's go, guys, let's go. I put my jacket on. I want to walk outside in it.
No, I'm gonna avoid the outside today as much as I can. Absolutely can. The only thing that will pull me outside is if I see the cats, I will try to go feed them. Other than that, I am inside.
Your hat looks like something that your daughter-in-law has made for
She
you.
did. She made this.
It's sitting nice and sitting atop your head.
You're shaking.
There we go.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Fully Awake 365. We're glad that you're here. Let's see. Today is January the 10th. It is 2 days. It is the birthday eve of Pastor LaDonald. She will be 85 years old.
Which this makes me look my age today. I look like an old woman. Let's see if we can try this.
She'll no longer be in her 50s. She'll be 60 on Sunday. We hope.
There we go.
Bad. Your hair looks like the Matterhorn.
Yeah, I just got it cut.
Like the Grinch was recorded right here on the
yes, on the slope, on my wave,
on Whoville, inside your head.
On my wave.
Join us Sunday if you'd like to, either in person or virtually, to celebrate LaDonna's 60th birthday. I think that we will communicate with you either way. I don't know what the snow is going to be like. But if it melts a bit on Saturday, we probably will have service on Sunday in person. If not, we'll communicate and let you know. Either way, isn't technology amazing? We'll make it work somehow. All right. Today is we're in the month of letting go. We're celebrating little victories, and we're going to talk a little bit about King David, who is an interesting character to say the least, and the prophet Elijah, who also is a very interesting character. All right. Before that, we have a little joy for you. This is when I saw the word little victories. This the word little got in my head, and so this was the song that came to mind.
Moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while I'm combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever.
Have you seen the movie, is it My Best Friend's Wedding? And
Yes.
they, the character, I forget the character's name, who is same gender loving gentleman who comes in to try to make Julia Roberts' friend jealous or something, and he is singing this song with everybody, and somehow none of the women know that he's a gay gentleman. Like I kind of knew the first lyric, but yes. All right. So talk to us, Brandon.
All right, let's see who we've sing this song in Spirit and Truth, so I think a lot of us might know it. Let's see, Dionne Warwick, Mary. Okay, is Dionne Warwick who wrote it maybe, but not the artist singing just
She
now.
recorded
So
it, but that
yeah.
particular version is
Okay, let's see if anybody else got this version.
I won't give it
Oh,
away.
lady,
I want y'all
and
to see Lady's little sweater and look, her little
Fred.
tongue just hangs out.
Fred got it. Let's look over Dr. Ray, Durante, Charnice, Laverne. Okay, so here's the thing. Dr. Ray said toss up Aretha or Dion. Laverne and Durante guessed Aretha. So yes, that version was Aretha singing, but I believe it was written and also recorded by Dionne Warwick.
All of the above. Who knows? But it's a great song and it brings us a little bit of joy. I say a little prayer for you, and we're going to talk this morning about little victories. All right, to you, LaDonna.
All right, our affirmation is, although change is constant and consistent throughout the universe, change can be a challenge in my life. As I embark on the journey of creating change and manifesting the life I want to experience, I am aware it will not happen all at once or overnight. I am looking for progress, not perfection, and until I arrive at my destination, I will learn to celebrate the little victories along the way.
Yeah, so it's good to think about the end game, about what you think your ultimate desire might be, the ultimate happiness in our lives, but it usually doesn't work out that way. Life is a journey, truth is a journey. Each day it has its own set of challenges and its own set of opportunities. And so probably to stay in the now moment, the present moment a little bit more, instead of sloughing off little moments of breakthrough or little victories and saying, well, it's not the ultimate, not everything I wanted. Learning to celebrate the little moments, of victory help to create bigger victories. So in the devotion today, you'll see in the first paragraph, David had to celebrate little moments before there was a Goliath to celebrate. Okay, probably the first thing to celebrate was that his father really didn't care for him as much as the other brothers. He didn't even call him in to the house when the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king of Israel. And so in that way, That's difficult to overcome parental rejection in that manner. Then he overcame, scripture says, a bear came out to take one of his flock, and he fought off the bear, a lion. So when King Saul, the first king of Israel, asked him, how do you think you, as a small man, are going to beat a giant, Goliath? And a lot of this, by the way, is literary. We don't have historical evidence that this is a true story, but it's still beautiful. Nonetheless, it's a great story. He said, well, the same God who helped me overcome parental rejection, overcome the lion and the bear, is going to be there today. And so there was this celebrating of little victories that allowed David to experience bigger victories. Similarly, in the story of the prophet Elijah, we don't want to talk about the genocide of him killing 400 people one day and worshiping God as he was doing it. Elijah has declared that there will be no rain because he wants to see some change in the governmental institutions of his day. And then he says, okay, now it's going to rain. And he goes in and he wastes all this water and shows that his God is the real God, and water was at such a premium during a 7-year drought. So people are already kind of upset with him to some degree. And then he sends out his servant and says, go tell me if you see any rain. Is there any rain happening? The 7th time, finally, the servant comes back and says, well, I don't see any, there's no rain happening, but there is a cloud the size of a man's hand. And Elijah says, well, that's a little victory. I see a cloud the size of a man's hand, but I hear the sound in my spirit of the abundance of rain. And those are just a couple of quick Bible stories. It's almost like we're reading a children's book today, of learning how that little victories can become bigger victories. And so whether it's overcoming a difficult person that you encounter at Kroger's today, and all the eggs are gone, and you're having to buy egg whites because you didn't want to buy a real, egg whites, or the bread that you wanted to buy is gone, and you had to buy some Wonder Bread today, or whatever, whatever that challenge is, and you just learn to say, well, it's a little victory. I do have bread. I do have eggs. I'm not going to starve this week. Some of those just little moments turn into having a happier day. They turn into having moments where you enjoy your life and you don't have to wait on these huge breakthroughs, but just celebrating. I watched part of President Jimmy Carter's funeral yesterday, and just watching the interaction between government officials doesn't mean that everyone's at peace with each other, but it just means that maybe there is some humanity left in us after difficult moments, difficult divides and chasms in the human family in America, that maybe there is something inside of all of us, or maybe even there is a best and the worst of us that can be tapped into occasionally to show some level of humanity, whatever those little things are. Maybe there's greatness in there, of course there is, but whatever it is that we tap into, let's find those little victories and celebrate them, as we know that they can turn into bigger victories. All right, back to you, LaDonna.
Okay, so speaking of having little victories at the Kroger's, I was there a couple of days ago, and as I was coming out, I saw this woman, and I noticed I had parked a little bit far away because, of course, it was full because everybody was, trying to get their bread and eggs. So this woman, I could see her, she was going up and down the aisle, and I finally just said, ma'am, do you not know where your car is? And she said, no. I said, I do this all the time. I said, what color is it? What kind of car? And so I went around and helped, and I found her car for her. And when she got to the car, we both went, yay!
Oh, that was sweet. A moment of humor. I have to tell a quick story. So I go to the same Kroger 98% of the time. And there's a gentleman who works there who has some challenges. But he and I talk every day. Every time I go there, we talk. We talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. We talk about the weather. And I look forward to seeing talking to my guy when I go to Kroger. He's such a nice guy, and he doesn't drive, but he works there every single day. And sometimes I see him standing outside on the curb waiting for his ride. And I always say to him, Mr. Someone say his name, so and so, is everything okay? Is your ride on the way? Yeah, I'm just out here enjoying the beautiful sunlight. He is just such a positive, wonderful spirit. He is a joy to all of us. So, yeah. Well, thank you. All right, sorry.
This proves that you're never too old to learn something. I learned something and I was humbled in the middle of reading the affirmation because in my mind, I silently was going, okay, my brother wrote today because this is a long affirmation. And I've always thought that affirmations were something you were supposed to be able to know from memory so you could repeat it over and over. And it hit me in the middle of reading this. That's a mantra. That's not an affirmation. I was wrong and he was right the whole time. Because that's one of the reasons I keep my affirmations short is I was thinking in my head that it's okay, whatever. You win.
I win. Little victories. When you win over your sibling, that's a big victory.
Yes. Okay, our ending prayer this morning. Victorious God, today I give thanks for little victories, and I trust you are able to turn little victories into big victories. You have delivered me in the past. I know you can do it again. Amen.
Won't he do it? Won't he? Will. Get still. Get somewhere and sit down. Be still and know. Peace be still. I am God. Okay, I did want to say, if you have joined us for the first time today, welcome. We have had an uptick in the online sales of our Fully Awake 365. I think several from Portland, some from Tulsa, Oklahoma, other places. But it is the new year, which makes sense that people like to start the new year off with maybe a new way of beginning their day. And so if this is your first time or you're new to the devotion, welcome. We're glad that you have the Fully Awake 365, wherever you might be, all over the God's great earth. We're glad that you're here with us today. Okay, I believe that Ladies of Grace is postponed tomorrow out of an abundance of caution, but then the sun is going to shine quite a bit tomorrow afternoon. We'll communicate with you about a service, in-person service on Sunday. But if you don't hear from us, we will be having service in person. We do have those salt things that we're going to put all over the walkways so that it'll be not as slippery trying to get in. But you need to govern yourself accordingly and do what you think is safe for you. So we certainly understand that as well. We'll communicate either way. We love you guys. We hope you have a great rest of your day. LaDonna, get out there and have a snowball.
I got to go find my cats.
If you see just a random neighbor walking around, just make sure you hit him right in the back with a snowball. I'll do that. All right. We love you guys. Be safe out there today. Stay warm. Talk to you later.